Welcome back, Patriots. Welcome to Sons of Liberty, 1773. Hey, I'm going to stick with me with this video. We're going to talk about the economy. A lot of more bad news. It's imploding. I mean, I predicted this. It's obvious the way they're printing our money and what this, wicked administration is doing, where they're leading us, and what's going to happen. Predictable. I just want to share, I shared this in the last video. Big day for Sons of Liberty here, 1773. If you're just tuning in, this is a liberty-minded channel for people that like, small government, enjoy our God-given rights, and, be independent people without government putting the jackboot of tyranny against our throats. So if you like that, and whether you're from America, around the world, man or woman alike, you'll find a home here, and I hope you'll subscribe and join the community. So on this day in 1773, year of our Lord, December 16th, the Sons of Liberty disguised themselves as Mohawk Indians, boarded 3 British ships, and dumped 342 crates of British tea in the Boston Harbor in protest of the Tea Act of 1773. It was enacted by the British Parliament. They were living under a tyrannical government, and they kind of had enough. And I will tell you, folks, I think we need rabble-rousers now. Talk is cheap. It takes money to buy beer, as I like to say. Quote of the day is, information is the currency of democracy. And back then they're assuming good information, right? A lot of crap today. Signal, not noise, right? I'll make this really short, folks. The Sons of Liberty grew out of the Loyal Nine. The original members of the Loyal Nine were Henry Bass, Joseph Field, John Smith, Thomas Chase, John Avery, Stephen Cleverly, Benjamin Eads, George Trott, and Thomas Crafts. But Sam Adams, one of my, the father of the revolution, we should say, would eventually become involved in the group, and it would grow into the Sons of Liberty. But, we need these kindled spirits that just, everybody's pussified today. I don't know, is that the right term? They're not even sure if they're men anymore. I mean, that's the world we're growing. I know I'm a man. But anyways, we need Sam Adams, Benedict Arnold. You know he's a member of the Sons of Liberty? He's a hero of the Revolutionary War until he met Peggy Shippen and started thinking with the wrong part of his anatomy. There wasn't a lot of blood upstairs, let's put it that way. Benjamin Eads, John Hancock, these are members of the Sons of Liberty. Patrick Henry, John Lamb, Joseph Warren, Paul Revere. Paul Revere is really a rabble-rouser. He's a silversmith, and he made if I show up and say, hey, I'm here, with the Sons of Liberty, and they'd say, show me the coin. And it's too bad none of these survive. But Paul Revere had made special coins for the Sons of Liberty, and that was like your proof that you were a member. I have a Sons of Liberty coin, 1 troy ounce silver that I found on the internet. Really cool. I bought it off eBay. I'll probably never sell it, but really neat. William McKay, James Otis, Alexander McDougall, Benjamin Rush, Isaac Sears, Ham Solomon helped finance the revolution. Charles Thompson, Thompson Young, Marius Wilmot, Oliver Wolcott, James Swan, heroes of the Revolutionary War, all Sons of Liberty. They were all members of the Sons of Liberty. But I think we're getting to the point where we need some rabble-rousers. I mean, we're going to peacefully protest ourselves into 1,000 years of tyranny the way it's going. Let's talk about the economy. I'm going to make another video. It's going to have to be over on Rumble, where I'm going to let loose. I'll post it on Rumble later today. You know how to find my Rumble link, right? You just go to my main YouTube page. It says About. If you're on if you're on the device here, you got to scroll over so you can see that tab at the right on my main YouTube page. You go down, it shows all my social media links, including Rumble. Or you can go over to Rumble and search my channel, Sons of Liberty 1773. Not real happy about where we are in this nation. And I try not to cuss a lot. I do. But I'm probably going to cuss in that video. I need to air my grievances, okay? What's going on with the economy? Last I checked, the market was down 400 points. It's going to tank, folks. I mean, my opinion, you always got to give this disclaimer. I'm not a financial guru. I haven't studied finances. Go seek out your experts and do your own, come up with what you believe is right. Search your own sources. I'm just giving you my opinion, and this is still America, and I can give my opinion, unless you're Alex Jones. Apparently, he can't give his opinion. Shocking. Philly Fed admits Biden Bureau of Labor Statistics overstated U.S. job growth in 2022 by 1.2 million. You know why they did that? To hype up the market before the election. They lie to us, folks. The news has just come out on JFK. 13,000 documents released, all but 3%. But Tucker Carlson interviewed a guy that's seen the 3%. We did it. The guy, not us. Our sinister. We have a sinister underbelly. America does. A evil entity that lives within our government. And when they don't like something, apparently they kill it or make it resign or fabricate evidence to impeach. If we don't take our government back soon, folks, be honest, I don't know if we can, using the system as it is. We should try. We should exhaust all peaceful means. Our founding fathers did until they finally had enough. And you want to know what they were pissed about? Read the Declaration. There's 27 grievances. Taxation without representation didn't even make the top 10. That was number 17. But read the Declaration. You'll see what they were doing. So they lied to us here. The Biden, this criminal regime lied. Imagine that. So here's the news that hit today. The PMI data came in, and surprise, it's bad. U.S. PMI screamed recession in December's flash report. After tumbling to the lowest since the COVID lockdowns collapse, S&P's Global's PMI surveys were expected to rebound modestly in preliminary December data this morning. However, the consensus was very wrong on both services and manufacturing, which saw further and notable deterioration. U.S. manufacturing PMI dropped from 47.7 to 46.2. U.S. services PMI dropped from 46.2 to 44.4. The last time PMIs fell to this level, things got ugly fast. Are you listening, folks? The last time PMIs fell to this level, things got ugly fast. A gauge of new orders at manufacturing slipped further into contraction, falling to the lowest level since May of 2020. The U.S. Composite Index fell to 44.6, well below expectations, to its lowest since May 2020, and diverging from upticks in the rest of the major global economies. And then mass Wall Street layoffs officially arrived. Goldman to lay off as many as 4,000 employees. This is at Trading Economics. This is the chart, folks. If you just want to look at it in a picture, if you want to know how bad it's falling apart, look over here, right there. October, you can see January, April. Then since April, it's kind of been going downhill. October, but I mean, look at it, folks. It's all falling apart. And then I mean, folks, it's getting dire. Okay, whoops, see if I can highlight that real quick. Over 60% of Americans now living paycheck to paycheck. That's Biden inflation. They cause this stuff. They try to blame it. They always want a scapegoat, right? The Putin inflation. Putin ain't got anything to do with this. You've overprinted our money, you morons. You've inflated our currency. And you know what inflation is? If you can imagine, I got a bubble, right? Or a balloon. I'm blowing it up. And I made the balloon this big. And this is and that's holding our currency, okay? That's how much currency is in the world. But what they've did is they've hooked up a machine to it, a helium machine, and the bubble's got this big. You're inflating our currency. You're putting more and more of it out of there. Simple economics. The more you make of something, the less valuable it becomes. And so they've inflated our currency. That's literally what inflation means, inflating our currency. And now the balloon's going to pop. The debt bound, it's all going to come to a head, folks. It's starting, and I hope you're preparing. I did find, for you people in Michigan that want to fight food inflation, a store. Renee found it online somehow. It was an hour drive for us. It's Frederick's in Atlanta, Michigan, okay? So if you're looking at Michigan, it's over here above, kind of over in this area, all right? And we're over here, so we had to drive an hour across. Worth the drive. Filled up for $2.99 a gallon there. And they're a volume store. And I put their information in a community post with their website. Check it out if you want to save money, because we went and stocked up. We spent not quite $200 there. They have incredible deal on meat, and a lot of stuff's on sale. They're a volume store. 3 nickels are better than a dime. And would we normally drive an hour to buy groceries? No. Will we drive an hour to save a couple $100? Yeah, we will. I'm sure we saved $100. So was that worth the gas to go over there? Yeah. And they, and they're advertising, because they're kind of in a rural area, Atlanta. If you've ever been there, you blink and you miss it. So I think, why don't we look at the market? Maybe, they get in there and manipulate it. You can't. For whatever reason, the Biden administration is giving actually, I do know the reason. Biden pledges $350 billion, folks. 350 billion people. People are barely making our ends meet here. They're living hand to mouth. But we're going to give $350 billion to Africa. But God only knows where it'll end up. Well, it kind of says down here. Biden pledges $8 billion to South Africa in an effort to stop the mining of coal in the country. We got to kill the energy sector, folks. We got to shut down energy production, and people, destroy the economy. This is one area where he is at least more specific. And then is the Dow cool? You never know. By the end of the day, the Dow might be up, but I'm just telling you, this thing is going to fall apart. The Dow was down 400. Where is it now? Is it going to update here? Looks like it's down 250 points. So that's it. I'm gonna make a video, and I'm gonna post it over on Rumble. But I hope you're prepping, folks, because we're getting ready. The war is gonna go hot. It's already hot. Obviously, Ukraine, Russia, but we've got boots on the ground. We're taking in Patriot missile batteries. We're going to have our people there. I'm going to share that in the Rumble video. They're dragging us to World War III. We're literally in World War III right now. We are fighting Russia. To my knowledge, Putin hasn't been the problem. It's been the CCP, maybe Iran, maybe North Korea to a point, but basically it's the CCP. That is our number one geopolitical enemy. For the last decade or so, I don't know that Putin has really bothered me. I'm not a fan of Putin. I've said that many times, but I don't think Russia's been the one meddling, folks. I think it's the CCP, and I think the CCP is doing something brilliant here. They're no friend. They're buddied up to Russia right now, but they're no friends with Russia. They've never got along, and I think the CCP is using the world to do their dirty work, to take out Russia, to have a war. And I think they're sitting on the sidelines going. Nixon said, I was watching Monica Crowley. She worked in the Nixon library. Really got to know Richard Nixon. And she ended up going to China with him, I guess, with him and Kissinger in maybe the 90s. But she said, Richard Nixon said, one thing about the Russians, he goes, they'll drink vodka, and he goes, they'll lie right to your face. They're lying to you, and they'll get, screaming and yelling and stuff whenever they're negotiating with the Russians. But he said, the Chinese, he said, they're smug. They've got a poker face. They will look you right in the face, calm as can be, and lie to you, thinking that they're so smug. You don't know we're lying to them and they're biting on it. And he said that was the difference in negotiating with the two groups. Chinese people, I love you. I got the most incredible respect for all people, all humanity. But you have an evil government, and I'm no fan of your government. I think they're wicked. And I think I think the Chinese are waking up to it. They're just living under the stranglehold of absolute tyranny. And it's hard to overthrow that when they've taken away your teeth. So, all right, I'm going to make a video and say what I want to say now and put it over on Rumble. Let me know what you think with the economy. Hope you're prepping, folks. I always have my unique My Patriot Supply link to go over to My Patriot Supply and shop in the description of the video. So if you use that link, don't just go to mypatriotsupply.com, but use the link that's in the description of all my videos and go there and purchase. They'll give me a little kickback and it supports this channel. You're going to pay the same price regardless, so you might as well use my link. And then at mypillow.com, if you want to go do some last minute Christmas shopping, the promo code, because they use a promo code there, is SOL1773 at mypillow.com. And save up to 66%, or who knows, maybe even more. I think they're running some specials. Again, let me know what you think about the economy. I hope you're prepping. I hope you're stockpiling food. I can tell you, we did a prep shop today. And for those of you that are thrifty, and I do see that said online shopping at that Frederick's, I think it's called. Their website. Go to the community post here on Sons of Liberty. And it's like the second post down, and their website's there. Because it did say you could do online shopping, so you must be able to buy and they'll ship to you. I have to look at that. Just happened to notice that when I was looking at their website. Okay, I will see you over at Rumble. All right, I will post the video. I'm going to make it. Probably take me an hour. It'll probably be live this evening, 7 o'clock or something. So watch for it over on Rumble. All right, see ya.